Okay, let's see if it worked this time. All right. I'm in the correct place in the group instead of on my live Facebook feed. So we will give everybody a second because they're probably a little bit confused because it said I was live and then the video ended and then I changed it. So we'll give everybody a minute. So I don't know why when you create an event and then you try to start the live video from the event, sometimes it does it on my live page, sometimes it does it on the group it's actually supposed to do it in. So as you hop on, comments, I know that comments are working. We'll give everybody just a second because things were so weird there for a moment. Hello, thank you, Spring. That helps me know I have actual comments. Found you, exactly. Sorry, Michelle. I don't know why, but it put it on my regular Facebook feed instead of in the group. So we're going to give everybody a second to kind of sort through the confusion there. And hopefully, whether people catch this live or the replay, they'll find it exactly when they need to. My hair is super staticky today, and it is driving me a little bit crazy. So while we give everybody a second to hop on, for those of you that are already on, we are going to start with breath work. So get to a place where you feel comfortable, where you feel safe. If that means you need to lock a door or pull your car over, please do so. The other thing that I would recommend, that feels so good to get my hair off my neck. All right, so while it is what it is. Okay, so hello, good. I'm glad people are finding me. Okay, so while we give everybody just another minute to jump on, I invite you to start thinking of an intention, maybe a goal that you've been working on, maybe a scenario that you're trying to work through. What is something that you want to integrate into your life? If there is something you've been trying to manifest, what have you been working on for a while that you're like, I just want to be done with this. I want this to be something that I fully embody. I want to actually see that this is a change in my life. Because that's what breathwork does. As I was explaining this yesterday, memorization is not the same as integration. And integration is when it becomes second nature to you. It is the thing that makes you go, oh, I know that, and I do that. And so to have that integration happen quickly instead over months, weeks, years, is the beauty of doing body work instead of just mind work. And so here we're going to incorporate mind work with body work. Now, as I was doing my own thoughts and deciding where I wanted to go with this, usually when I do breath sessions, I spend a lot of time on it's safe to feel. But some of my, see, did I tell you? It's just going to drive me crazy. We're just going to sit so I can't see it. Okay, so one of the beautiful parts about breath work and about this integration piece is that there may be something that you've been working on for a really long time, but your head is still gatekeeping it. Your head is still saying, no, 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 we have to have that. That's part of who we are. And breath work, you can release it because you don't have to find the story behind it. You don't have to dig. You don't have to relive. You don't have to talk it out. You can set your intention and then let your body fully embrace it. And because it is breath work and because it's a body work, you are able to feel the change as change occurs. So as we do this, a couple things to kind of keep in mind. At first, I thought I was going to have you guys integrate it's safe to feel. And as I felt into that, I actually went, that's not very responsible. And this is why. I've had a lot of people messaging me or emailing me after the day one of body mapping and the realization just how shut off we are from our emotions. And so because I'm not in the room with you, because I'm doing this remotely and I can't see you, I'm not going to integrate in you that it's safe to feel. I'm going to integrate it's safe to feel safe, a very specific emotion. Because if I were just to integrate, it's safe for you to feel, and all of a sudden, all of the emotions that you've been suppressing for the last 20 plus years, that won't feel safe. That is not titration. So my intention for the whole group is to help you integrate. It's safe to feel safe. And I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. One, if you have already done some personal development and you are already fairly, what's the word I want to use? I guess familiar with different, what I call lift up and let go tools. One of the reasons, as I've said, that they're not necessarily working for you is because you don't feel safe. And so you're not in the front part of your brain where you have choice, you're in the back part of your brain. So this concept of it's safe for you to feel safe is actually one of the things that's going to help you integrate so that you do feel safe and can use the personal development tools that you've already learned. And I mean, obviously, I would like to get to the point where everyone feels safe to feel, but if you're not in that place right now, I don't want to push you into that place because, I mean, I have entire year-long programs dedicated to helping people learn that it's safe to feel. And so I want to give you guys that opportunity as well. So my intention for everyone on the call is that it's safe to feel safe. If you have another intention, I invite you to put it in the comments. Because when you share your intention, it tells you, especially with strangers. I mean, I don't know how many of you know the other people in the group, but you know, to your comfort level, share your intention. And your intention could be, I want to manifest $1,000 this month. I want a new car. I want healing around this particular thing. And if you don't have to give us details, you could just say, you know, I'm trying to integrate healing. Beautiful, that works. This is absolutely your level of comfort that you can share your intention. But when you share your intentions out loud or in the chat, one of the things it tells your brain is that, oh, this doesn't need to stay hidden. It's always fast. Back when I very first started doing coaching and mentoring, I used to actually go into people's houses. And it was always fascinating to me when someone had a vision board, but they like had it behind a closed door, or it was in their private master bathroom that no one else was allowed in. When you hide your desires, when you hide your intentions, you're telling your brain, keep this hidden, keep the solutions for this hidden. I feel shame around the fact that I want this. And so it's actually really powerful to share. And there may be some people that are on this call or watching the replay and they're like, I don't know. And they may need some suggestions. So if you feel comfortable sharing, please share. I want to integrate. I receive money with ease and grace. That is beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, what else are you ladies hoping for? What are you wanting to integrate? And the reason that I really am suggesting that you think into this for a moment, because as we do the breath, it would be, so for you, as I will be doing what's called cueing, so helping you remember the breath patterns and things like that. But if you are wanting to receive money with ease and grace, when I say, what does that feel like in your body? When you fully integrate what it is that you're wanting, what will that feel like? And we'll actually concentrate on what it feels like to actually feel ease in the body, not just in the mind, okay? My intention is healing and integrating feminine energy. Oh, I love that. That's like my favorite. Heal my relationship with my body. Yes. So one of the first parts of that are going to be to connect, to really connect with your body. So that may just be things that as we move into the breath work, you may feel that connection stronger than you've ever felt before. And that's why one of the things that I will be saying is it's safe for you to feel safe. To help you integrate that it is safe to feel your body again, that it is safe to feel and receive money easily, that it's safe to integrate feminine energy to be used on a regular and ongoing basis. So for those that are going to do the breath work, and this is the other part of it, if you're like, I don't know what breath work is, I've never even seen it, you can watch and just listen. But for those that are going to choose to do the breath pattern with us, here's a few things to kind of expect. Because we are shifting and integrating at a physiological level, you could have physiological experiences with this. So these could be things like temperature changes. These could be things when your pH changes, because that happens during breath work, sometimes people will have muscle spasms. I know for about the first couple of times that I did breath work, my hands would kind of like crab claws and it would be hard to open them. That is because the change is integrating so quickly in your body that sometimes your muscles shift and spasm because they are changing with the breath. So coughing is really normal. Emotional responses are really normal. Like if you start crying, I've even had people laughing in the middle of their breath sessions. All of those responses are very normal and very typical. So emotions, sensation, temperature changes, muscles. So this is why I said maybe have a blanket. You could start off cold and get really hot, or vice versa. And here's the big part of this. As these physical changes occur, you have the ability to decide if you want to stay in that activated state, if it's too much activation for you, or if you want to push through, it's not the right word, or if you want to continue with the process. So if you feel too activated, you have choice with this. The first one being to change the breath. The faster and deeper you breathe, the deeper you emotionally dive. And so if you are wanting to really feel feminine energy, then you're going to breathe a little bit deeper than maybe I want to heal my relationship with my body. You may have a deep desire to heal your relationship with your body, but it's been so long since you felt connected to your body that you're going to breathe a little slower so that the integration happens in a way that makes you continue to feel safe integrated into your body. So as we do the breath patterns, which I'll teach you in just a moment, you can, if it gets to be too much, you can slow the breath down. You can stop the breath pattern altogether and to go just into your natural breath pattern. You can make sound. As I taught yesterday, sound is a vibration. And so when your body is trying to shift or change a vibration, a lot of times it wants to make sound. And if you won't allow yourself to make sound, it can't change your vibration in the time frame that you're hoping for. And so what that would look like as you're breathing, you may just whatever sound your body needs to make to let it come up and out. Movement, okay? You're not in church, you're not in the library, you get to move. So some people feel like they just need to shake their hands, or they wiggle their feet, or there could be a part of their body that really wants to move or shake. Do it. Your body is trying to help you integrate this. And because it's trying to integrate from your mind, your body, and your spirit, sometimes the body needs to be more involved than just breath. So movement, sound, slowing the breath down, stopping the breath altogether. Other things to kind of be aware of that as I've done this for the last 5-6 years, odd things that could occur that don't necessarily mean you're doing a good or bad job. They just are things I've noticed. If you have pets in your house, a lot of times, especially if they're cats or dogs, they want to be near you because animals naturally help us release emotional states without it directly affecting them. So if you're doing a lot of emotional release, your pet might start scratching on the door, or I've seen a lot of cats like on their owner's chest, breathing in the air that they're breathing. They're just trying to help you release. I've also seen like people will have their children or their grandchildren, and those children will want to be in the room with you. You are not going to harm them if they are with you. You can't bleed energetically on them, okay? Breathwork is an internal process, and so the things that are going on around you are not directly affected by your breath. And that's one of the other cool things, because if you're saying declarations and someone else hears them, that can affect their mind, but if all you're doing is breathing, it doesn't, and it's very beautiful. Other weird things, coughing, you might need to blow your nose. Yawning happens often a lot as well, and those are just ways of your body trying to help you release more and faster. So if those happen, do not freak yourself out and be like, oh no, I lost the breath pattern. No, you didn't. Just get back into it at your pace. If you are going to be active in the breath, stay active. So a passive breath is what we do naturally. An active breath is where we do it with purpose. So for those of you that are just now jumping on, if you have a specific intention that you want integrated, I invite you to put it in the comments section. Normally when I do breath work, there is background music. Facebook hates background music. So there will be times of silence. Know that you are not alone. I have not left you. I will not continually breathe for two reasons. One, I'm going to cue you. You will hear my voice saying comforting things like it's safe for you to feel safe. Keep breathing. You're doing a beautiful job. That's called cueing, and you'll hear me cueing. And two, if I breathe with you, I am going to start processing and integrating my own things and not holding space for you. As the facilitator of this, my job is to hold space for you, even if I can't see you. And the space that I'm holding is it's safe to feel safe. And so if I start to integrate on my own, then I can't hold space for you. So you will hear me say, keep breathing. So even if I'm not breathing, unless I have said, go ahead and release that breath. Continue on in the breath pattern for as long as you feel safe to do so. So quick recap, things to look for in the body, and they don't necessarily mean you're doing it better or worse. You don't need to have a sensational experience in order for this to be very effective. You could feel temperature changes, coughing, yawning, the need to move or make sound. Those are all very normal. Ways, if it is too much for you, stop the breath pattern, slow the breath pattern down, allow yourself to move, allow yourself to make sound. Those are all things that help. All right, so go ahead and get settled in. If you want to add your intention, you can. If you do not want to share, that is fine as well. The breath pattern that we're going to do, we are going to do one of my favorite breaths. And one of the reasons I'm starting with this is because if you can move, it really helps. And so this is called a pulse breath, like a heartbeat pulse. And you breathe in for a count of 4, out for a count of 4, and it sounds like this. So in through the nose for 4, out through the mouth. Okay, now I demonstrated that at the pace that's comfortable for me. As I mentioned. Sorry, one second. I did breath work right before this, and my body's like, oh, are we going back to releasing? No. Okay, you're going to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth with a pulse for 4. If that pace is too fast for you, go slower. If you feel that there's no change happening, go faster. One of the beautiful parts about being in separate locations is that you don't have to match anyone's breath. Listen to and connect to your own body. So we will do the pulse breath, and then we will do a bottom hold. So we'll do the pulse in a 4 for 4, a bottom hold, and then after that bottom hold, we will go into a halo active breath, which is in through the nose, out through the mouth, continually breathing. With no pause in between the in and the out. Keep it very active. So after the halo, we will move into a top hold, and the top hold is an expanded hold. Now with both of these holds, there's no medal for being the person that holds your breath the longest. So when your body calls for air, take a breath, and that's just fine. All right. If you have questions, I'm going to give just a second. So we're going to do a pulse breath, which is the 4 for 4, and you don't have to memorize this. I will cue you through it. Then we'll do a bottom hold, the halo in and out, and then a top hold. And then I'll bring you out of it, and we'll do some question and answer. But if anybody has any clarifying questions they need right now, just let me know. Then go ahead, start settling in, taking a deep, slow breath in through the nose. Can you show us a bottom and top hold transition? So I will actually say, let your natural breath pattern take over. And then I'll say, take a deep breath in, breathe out, breathe all the way out, and hold at the bottom. And then you'll hold your breath. I will stay silent for about a minute, whether you hold your breath for that whole minute or not. If you can only hold it for 30 seconds and then you start breathing, you just kind of let your natural breath take over. On the top hold, I'll say breathe in, breathe out, and on your next breath, breathe in and hold at the top. So I'll prepare you for the holds as well. Great question. Oh, good. I can even feel some of you are starting to calm down already. Deep, slow breath. Just becoming mindful of your breath. Relaxing your toes. Allowing your body to feel both heavy and relaxed. Dropping your shoulders. Letting your belly move in and out. Taking a deep breath in. Breathe out. Just becoming very comfortable, very relaxed. Focusing on your intention, whatever you chose that to be, and knowing that it is safe for you to desire that. It is safe for you to want more money. It is safe for you to want to have a better relationship with your body, to step into that divine feminine energy. It is safe for you to want that, to desire that, and to transition into that. Take a deep breath in and out. I invite you to think of a beautiful orange ball, a ball of light that's forming just above your belly button. And it's going to start out small at first. And with every breath in, it'll grow bigger. And with every breath out, it will give you energy, healing, and safety. Take a deep breath in and out. Just allowing your breath to make this orange ball of light grow. You can feel warmth and safety from this ball. Allow your body to feel the sensation of warmth. Allow your body to feel the light. It's healing you and connecting you. Feel it in your legs. Feel it in your hips and your belly. Feel it moving up through your chest and down your arms. Healing your throat and clearing your mind of everything but what you want to integrate. It is safe for you to have your desires. Take another deep breath in, and in just a moment we'll move into the pulse breath. In for 4, out for 4. I invite you to start at my pace and move to a pace that feels comfortable for you. Taking a deep breath in and out, and moving into the breath pattern in through the nose, out, in, out, own pace to start to take over. Remembering it's safe to breathe. You are safe to heal. You are safe to feel safe. Continuing the breath. Letting your body create its own rhythm, finding its own pace and pulse. Beautiful. Keep breathing. It's safe for you to breathe. Allowing the cough and the yawn to come and go. It's just your body trying to release and make room. Room for the money you desire, the relationships you desire. It is safe for you to change and transform. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Keep breathing. You are safe. You are safe to heal. You are safe to want a better life and to know that it's already on its way. You are not alone. Keep breathing. Just a few more breaths. Allowing your body to slow this pulse breath down. Letting go of the pulse. Taking a deep breath in and out and just letting your natural breath take over for a moment. Feeling into the body. Feeling the shifts and the changes that are already starting to occur. It is safe for you to feel safe. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Just focus on your body for a moment. What is shifting? What is changing? Allowing your natural breath to just breathe. Taking 2 deep breaths, and on the second breath, holding at the bottom. First breath, breathe in. Breathe out. Deep breath in. Breathing fully out. And holding at the bottom. Holding. Filling your body, your mind, and your soul. Aligning. Reminding you that you are whole and complete. That you are deserving and worthy. That you are enough. Align and connect to your highest, most divine self. And when your body calls for it, take a breath and let your natural breath take over. If you're still holding, release the breath in 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Everyone take a deep breath in and out. Take another deep breath in and out. Moving into the halo active breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Picking a pace that works for you. Coughing if you need to cough. Yawning if you need to yawn. And as you breathe in peace. And as you breathe out worry and anxiousness. It is safe to feel safe. You are safe to breathe. You are safe to feel. You are safe to heal. Beautiful. Just a few more breaths. You're almost there. You are enough. You are worthy. Breathe in your desires. Keep breathing. Just 30 more seconds. It's easy to heal. It's easy to integrate the desires of your heart. You get to have an amazing life. Slowing the breath down. Slowing it down even more until the natural breath, till the natural pauses start over, start on their own. Just breathing, feeling into your body, the space that you created, finding comfort and safety in the things that you released and let go of. Just breathe. In just a moment, we're going to move into the top hold, allowing yourself to expand into this new energy of integration, of healing, of safety, of wealth. take a deep breath in and out, and in and out. Taking a deep breath in, holding your breath at the top, and allowing yourself to feel expanded. Holding your breath at the top. It is safe to expand into your desires. When your body calls for it, take a breath and let your natural breath take over. You are safe to feel this peace, this safety, the expansion. As you breathe, feel into your body. What is your body trying to tell you? What message does it have for you? What does it feel like to be in feminine energy, to feel ease and grace? What does your body feel like when you're connected to it? As you breathe, give it a texture, give it a temperature, give it a color. Feel the sensations in your body. Feel the integration and the acceptance that it is safe to feel safe. Feel the sensations. Breathing slowly and naturally, letting your belly rise and fall. Becoming more aware of the present, more aware of the room you're in. Wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Coming back to the present, back to the room. Maintaining this feeling of expansion and integration as you become more aware. Blinking your eyes open. Taking a deep, slow breath in and out. Taking a deep breath in and out. Coming fully present, fully aware. One more deep breath in. Becoming aware of your surroundings, breathing out with sound. body to move or stretch however it feels called to. And welcome back. I'm going to give everybody a second, but at this point I just want to answer questions, any experiences that you want to share as you went through this. What did you notice? How can I help you after this experience? Are you feeling the peace? And if not, what are you feeling? I'll give you guys a minute. I can see someone, it gives me the lines that someone's typing. So go ahead and add your thoughts, your questions, your comments. So if you have questions about anything from Tuesday or Wednesday that we went over on day 1 or day 2, I'm happy to answer those right now. Even if they're questions like, hey, this is what I'm feeling in my shoulder, let me answer those questions for you. I really just have the intention of wanting to come and to give content and to give service. So what can I answer for you? A little panic at one point. So this is actually very common, Michelle, because one of the things, as I said, the whole point of body or of breath work is to create activation. And so if you are not used to feeling a lot of intense emotions, your brain goes, wait, am I losing control? You can also have sensations of, am I breathing too fast? Am I breathing too slow? But that's one of the reasons why I say you pick your pace. So breathing a little bit slower can remove those, breathing a little bit faster, because the biggest piece is remembering that you have control over your breath. And so because you are your own healer, if it's too much, you got to slow down. And if it's not enough, you got to go faster. So that is beautiful. And I hope that even though there was a little bit of panic, the mere fact that you allowed yourself to feel and recognize panic is actually really important and really significant. So allow yourself the journey and the congratulations of, wow, I actually recognized that I was feeling panic, because panic may have been the emotion you needed to get rid of to make room for what you wanted. Painful spot in the back of my head. So a lot of times when we are doing energetic and what's the word I want to use? I don't like the word psychic, but when you're merging energy with brain, with body, with spirit, we have a portal or a chakra, whatever word you want to use, right here on the back of our head. And a lot of times it has, think of it like someone opening a really old door and it gets kind of creaky as it opens. Sometimes that's what you feel on the back of your head during these integrative practices, because you're opening up places and portals that have been closed for a really long time. So let's see. All right, Laurel. Okay. That was amazing. I keep skipping. That was amazing, like being in plant medicine. Yes. I laughed, I sounded, I felt tingly in my hands and feet. I lost you in between and came back towards the end. So this is actually, I have done like microdosing and things like that before, and I prefer breath work over it because I have absolute control over my experience, where with some of those other things, I'm not the drug, something else is. And so I have a really loyal client that she used to do a lot of ayahuasca experiences, and now she prefers to do the breath work, because when it gets too intense, it's that sensationalism piece. You don't have to be in trauma in order to release trauma. And so a lot of people that have done plant medicine prefer breath work over it. Is there still a place for it? Absolutely. And I honor people that use it, but you're not the first person to bring that forward, to say that. I felt aroused when in my feminine energy, and then let the need to move my hips and sound out. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. And of course it showed up in your hips because that's where we hold the majority of our feminine energy. I didn't do the breath, but I feel like my body still made some adjustments. Okay, this is the beautiful part about women being a we and women being a collective, because you have the choice to let the group heal you. And this isn't true for everyone, but Kayla has done a lot of my programs, and so she knows that this is a safe container to be like, I trust you, do your thing. Where for some of you that are new to me, you may be like, no, 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 I'm going to stay in my bubble and I'm fine. And that's okay too. Tightness in my neck and at the bottom of my head. Is this, oh no, it just jumped. Is this something I'm holding on to? So one of the best things that you can actually do to find out is just to touch it. So the tightness in your neck and the bottom of your head, whatever it was that you're trying to integrate, in order for you to fully integrate it, you need to see it from a new perspective. And that's why the pain is showing up in the neck, because in order to get a new perception about the world, you have to change the direction you're looking in. And so a lot of times when we are really solid on a choice that we've made, but then we're praying or meditating or manifesting, whatever your word is, it's all the same thing. If you are asking for a miracle to give you something different, but you're only focused here, your body knows if the neck is stiff, she can't just move her neck, she has to move her whole body. Think about when you're driving and your neck hurts, you can't just check your blind spot, you have to check your blind spot. So that is your body literally trying to say, we need you to see a different perspective. We need you to go in this different direction. So if you know what it is that you are searching for, a question to ask is actually to just touch your neck and say, what do you need me to see? And then let your body bring images to your mind. It's actually a really cool thing. Or you might have, memories of someone giving you advice that you need to undo. So as you do this, a lot of the symptoms that are happening are called the release symptoms. You know how after you get a massage, you can be sore the next day, or after you do a really intense workout, you're sore the next day? A lot of times it's because in order to release what you were trying to release, there is, it's a get rid of. You're only feeling this because I got rid of it. Like, you're not feeling it because you're still in it. You're feeling it because it's exiting. And it feels very much like this is part of what's going on with your neck, Danette. Okay. The taste is like water. The smell is odor. And texture was tingly. I love that. Heat inside my head. Okay. So when I have worked with people that have heat and it's only in their head, it's not like a fever heat. It's like you actually feel like your brain has heated. A lot of times this is what is happening when you are reopening your crown chakra and you're turning your pineal gland back on, which is actually really important. And so it's kind of like, okay, so I live in St. George and we have like the back wall of our house is basically glass. They're sliding doors. And I can stand and feel a little bit of heat coming through those windows. But sometimes I like to open them and I feel the intense heat of the light coming in. So if you do that through your crown and your third eye and that gland, it's like you opened the window so that more light could come in. And when you let more light in, a lot of times there is heat. And so I'm wondering, and you don't have to answer because it might be private, but if you've been struggling with brain fog a lot, that was your body trying to lift the brain fog. It was literally like, no, we got to get rid of this. We want you to have clarity. We want you to have deep understanding. So I don't know, let me know if that fits the situation that you're in right now. But in the past, the majority of the people that have had that experience have had a really big brain fog or decision fatigue. They're just, I can't make another decision, oh my word. And then they have that opening, that awakening in their head, and it helps bring a lot of clarity. So let me know if that matches. Let's see, what else? Did I miss anybody's? Okay, so one of the reasons why I have you guys go over, what's the taste, what's the texture, what's the smell, what is it that you are sensing, because those help you anchor. And so now if there is, that tingly sensation, that tingly texture, if you can recall, if your head can recall that tingly sensation, your body will be like, here you go. And it will actually remind you, oh, I have felt that sensation before, and this is what it meant. And you'll go back to your integration statement. Not so much brain fog, but hyper emotional. Okay, so usually when you're hyper emotional, it's because you're trying to control the emotion or think about what the emotion is. So with the hyper emotion, okay, how do I want to ask this? Because it still makes sense why that would show up in the head. Because if you're thinking about your emotion rather than allowing your body to feel the emotion can get put on a repeat pattern. Like when we had CDs and you would push repeat and it would just play the same song over and over and over and over. Your body and your brain have learned if she's in this particular emotional state, she pays attention to us. So what is your body trying to get you to do that it keeps putting you back into that emotional state? And can you be grateful for the emotional state? Or are you shaming yourself for being in a highly emotional state? Because in reality, most people who think they're being super emotional, they only feel like they're being super emotional because they're around emotionally constipated people who never show emotion. So any emotion is like, oh my gosh, I'm so emotional. And I went through this, she's on the call, so I feel it, but like, I've talked to Michelle Smith about this. She's like, I feel like the more I learn, the more I cry. Vicky, same thing. The more I learn, I keep crying. But why is that a bad thing? When we think about being super emotional, the opposite of that, which is more abnormal? Oh my gosh, you're pregnant. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh, you're pregnant. That's so exciting. I'm so happy for you. Like we try to make it seem like, wow, I'm going to use a personal experience. Wow, your friend died. I hurt for you. Wow, your friend died. I hurt for you. Like, which is actually a little bit wonkier? The person that is having a highly activated emotional response, or the person that's like, emotions? What are emotions? Why would I show an emotional response? That's weird. The other piece to this is that a lot of times when other people are uncomfortable around someone who is in an emotional state, it's because they don't feel safe to display the emotion that the emotional person is displaying. So this is why if people are like are really, really excited or really, really enthusiastic, but you have been told be quiet, calm down a lot, really, really enthusiastic people make you uncomfortable because you're like, why aren't they getting in trouble for being the way that I've been my whole life and got in trouble for? So it's just one of those places that you get to go, okay, I'm allowed to have these emotional responses. And that doesn't make me weird. What's more weird is the person that's like, yeah, that's really awesome for you. I'm so excited. And we've been there. We've all been the person that we're like, oh, I'm so happy for you. Fake smile. Because we just didn't have happiness within ourselves and we knew we should be happy about it and we just couldn't bring ourselves to do it. So without swirling too much, does anybody have any other questions or sensations in their body that they're like, okay, why did this happen? And whether you are, if you are watching this as a replay, please still post questions and just tag me in it. Just type Laurel Houston, or I should usually get a notice that someone did a comment on one of my lives. So comment. If I don't comment within 24 hours, then tag me or make another comment so that I can see that, because I really do hope, and this video will stay in the featured section, so you can watch it as many times as you want to. I'll put a timestamp in the description of it so that, if you are watching this 2 or 3 times, you know how forward to fast forward to get to the part where I lead you through the breath. so that you can just have that experience of the breathing without all of the precursor. But please use this breath pattern. I absolutely love breath work. It is something that I do on a regular and ongoing basis, because for me it has been one of the most powerful healing modalities that actually remind me that I have the power and the control over my body. So if you have more questions as you watch, please post them. If you are interested in a one-on-one session, like I said, on Monday, I can get you my calendar. I have 20 plus practitioners that are skilled breathwork and advanced body mapping facilitators. If you are someone who wants to learn how to do this, if you're like, I want to learn more about body mapping, I want to learn more about the breathwork side of this, how do I do this for me? Registration, we're in early registration right now for advanced body mapping, and I would love to have some of you in there. I won't lie, it's an intense certification. It's 9 months, and it's probably between 5 to 10 hours a month of your time, but it's beautiful. I mean, the women that have been through this class have used it to help their husbands heal and get back emotionally themselves. It's not just for people who are already coaches and consultants, but people who just want to use this in their everyday life and practice. I have massage therapists, foot zone practitioners, licensed therapists, all that have learned this and used it. So it's so beautiful. It's such an easy way for people to reconnect to themselves. So if you have questions about the advanced body mapping certification, please reach out, let me know. Otherwise, just use this information, use this breath work, and have an amazing life. Ladies, you don't have to earn an amazing life. You just get to have one. And I love you. So have a fantastic day. Bye, ladies.